You check your account. There's a transaction you never made. Money gone. Your stomach drops. You do not know yet how it happened. You just know something is wrong. Bank fraud is not one method. It is at least 11 different ways criminals target the exact systems you trust with your money every single day. Here is every kind of bank fraud, how it actually works, and how to catch it before it catches you. Check fraud. This is the fraud that predates almost everything else on this list, and it has not gone anywhere. Check fraud involves forged, altered, or completely counterfeit checks used to fraudulently withdraw funds from an account. A criminal might steal a blank check and forge your signature, alter the payee name or dollar amount on a legitimate check you already wrote, or create an entirely fake check using stolen account and routing numbers, sometimes obtained from a check you already threw in the trash. A newer variation called check washing involves stealing checks from the mail, chemically removing the ink, and rewriting the check with a new payee and amount, while keeping the original signature intact. Banks have improved fraud detection significantly, but check fraud still succeeds often enough that experts recommend never leaving outgoing mail in an unsecured mailbox and monitoring account activity regularly rather than waiting for a monthly statement. Wire fraud. This is the fraud that moves fast, and once it happens, is extremely difficult to reverse. Wire fraud involves tricking someone into authorizing a wire transfer to a fraudulent account, often through compromised credentials or targeted social engineering. A common version targets real estate transactions. A criminal intercepts email communication between a buyer, seller, and title company, then sends fraudulent wiring instructions that appear to come from a legitimate party, redirecting a down payment or closing funds to an account the criminal controls. Wire transfers move money almost instantly, and unlike many other payment methods, they are extremely difficult to reverse once completed, since the funds are typically withdrawn or moved again within hours. Verifying wiring instructions through a separate, independently confirmed phone number, never through the number provided in the email itself, is one of the few reliable protections against this specific method. Account takeover fraud. This is the fraud where a criminal becomes you, at least as far as your bank can tell. Account takeover fraud occurs when a criminal gains full unauthorized access to an existing legitimate bank account using stolen login credentials, often obtained through phishing, data breaches, or malware. Once inside, the criminal can change account contact information, redirecting security alerts and confirmations away from the actual account holder, before initiating transfers, withdrawals, or new card requests. This is particularly dangerous because the fraud often goes undetected for longer periods, since the criminal has actively taken control of the notification systems designed to alert the real account holder to suspicious activity. Multi-factor authentication, requiring a second verification step beyond just a password, significantly reduces this specific risk, since stolen credentials alone become insufficient to gain access. New account fraud. This is the fraud where a criminal does not need to touch your existing accounts at all. New account fraud involves using stolen or fabricated identity information to open an entirely new bank account or credit line specifically for fraudulent purposes. A criminal with stolen personal information, name, date of birth, social security number, opens a new checking account or credit card in the victim's name, without the victim's knowledge. The account gets used to receive fraudulent deposits, make unauthorized purchases, or simply accumulate debt that gets reported against the victim's credit, without them knowing an account even exists until collections calls begin or their credit score unexpectedly drops. Regularly monitoring credit reports, which will show new accounts opened in your name, is one of the most effective ways to catch this specific fraud before significant damage accumulates. Synthetic identity fraud. This is the fraud that does not steal a real person's identity. It builds an entirely fake one. Synthetic identity fraud combines real information, often a legitimately issued social security number, frequently belonging to a child or someone with limited credit history, with completely fabricated information, a fake name, fake date of birth, to create an entirely new fictional identity. This synthetic identity is then used to slowly build a credit history, often starting with small, easily approved credit products, building a legitimate-looking credit profile over months or years before the criminal maxes out available credit and disappears entirely. Synthetic identity fraud is particularly difficult for banks to detect, because unlike traditional identity theft, there is no actual victim actively monitoring their own credit for suspicious activity, since the identity being used does not fully belong to any real existing person. Card skimming. This is the fraud you can sometimes physically see, if you know what to look for. Card skimming involves criminals installing physical devices called skimmers on ATMs, gas pumps, or point-of-sale terminals to illegally capture card information when a customer inserts or swipes their card. Traditional skimmers capture the data stored on a card's magnetic stripe. More sophisticated versions include tiny hidden cameras positioned to record PIN entry or overlay keypads placed directly on top of the real keypad to capture keystrokes directly. Newer digital skimming methods, sometimes called e-skimming, involve malicious code injected into legitimate online checkout pages, capturing card information digitally as customers enter it during online purchases, without any physical device required at all. Checking for loose, unusual, or misaligned card readers before inserting a card is a basic, though imperfect, first line of defense. Card not present fraud. This is the fraud that does not require the criminal to ever physically hold your card at all. Card not present fraud involves using stolen card information, card number, expiration date, security code, to make unauthorized purchases online or over the phone, where the physical card itself is never actually presented or verified. This category of fraud has grown significantly alongside the growth of online commerce, since stolen card data, obtained through skimming, data breaches, or phishing, can be used remotely, often across completely different countries from where the physical card actually is. Card verification codes, address verification systems, and increasingly sophisticated fraud detection algorithms that flag unusual purchasing patterns have all developed specifically in response to the growth of this particular fraud category, though determined criminals continue finding new ways to circumvent these protective measures. ACH Fraud. This is the fraud that exploits the system most people have never actually thought about, the one quietly moving their recurring payment. ACH fraud targets the automated clearinghouse system, the network responsible for processing direct deposits, recurring bill payments, and electronic transfers between bank accounts. A criminal with stolen bank account and routing numbers can initiate unauthorized ACH withdrawals, sometimes disguised as legitimate-looking recurring charges, specifically designed to avoid drawing immediate attention. Business ACH fraud often involves a criminal compromising a company's payment systems, then redirecting legitimate vendor or payroll payments to fraudulent accounts instead, sometimes going undetected for multiple payment cycles. Regularly reviewing bank statements, specifically for unfamiliar recurring charges, even small ones, is particularly important, since fraudulent ACH withdrawals are often deliberately kept small enough to avoid triggering immediate scrutiny. Insider bank fraud. This is the fraud that comes from inside the institution you trusted with your money. Insider bank fraud occurs when bank employees themselves commit fraud, using their legitimate access to internal systems for illegitimate purposes. This can include embezzlement, employees directly diverting funds for personal use, unauthorized account access, employees viewing or manipulating customer accounts without legitimate business reason, or collusion with external criminals, providing insider information or access that facilitates outside fraud schemes. Banks implement significant internal controls specifically designed to detect and prevent this category of fraud, including mandatory employee vacations, which can reveal fraud schemes that require ongoing, active management to conceal. Segregated duties, ensuring no single employee has complete, unchecked control over sensitive financial processes. And regular, sometimes unannounced internal audits, specifically designed to catch irregularities before they compound into significant losses. Money Mule fraud. This is the fraud where the person moving the money often does not even realize they are committing a crime. Money Mule fraud involves recruiting individuals, sometimes knowingly, often unknowingly, to move stolen funds through their own legitimate bank accounts on behalf of criminals. A common recruitment method involves fake job offers, promising easy income for simply receiving deposits and forwarding a portion to another account, keeping a percentage as payment for the service. The victim, often genuinely unaware they are part of a fraud scheme, believes they are performing a legitimate, if unusual, job. Money mules face serious legal consequences, regardless of their actual awareness of the underlying fraud, since knowingly or unknowingly, They are the mechanism criminals use to move stolen funds in ways that are significantly harder for banks and law enforcement to trace directly back to the original crime. Business email compromise. This is the fraud that targets the trust built into everyday workplace communication. Business email compromise, BEC, involves criminals impersonating executives, vendors, or trusted business partners through email, tricking employees into authorizing fraudulent bank transfers. A common scenario involves a criminal compromising or closely spoofing an executive's email account, then sending an urgent request to a finance employee, asking them to immediately wire funds to a specific account for a time-sensitive, seemingly legitimate business reason. The urgency and apparent authority of the request are specifically designed to discourage the employee from following normal verification procedures before completing the transfer. BEC schemes have resulted in significant financial losses for businesses of all sizes, precisely because they exploit organizational trust and established authority structures rather than relying on technical system vulnerabilities alone. Requiring independent verification for any unusual or urgent wire transfer request, regardless of who appears to be requesting it, remains the most effective protection against this specific method. Every kind of bank fraud. 11 completely different ways criminals target the systems protecting your money. Check fraud targets paper. Wire fraud targets speed. Account takeover becomes you. New account fraud never touches what you already have. Synthetic identity builds something that never existed. Card skimming and card not present fraud both steal your card without stealing your card. ACH fraud hides in recurring payments. Insider fraud comes from the inside. Money mules move funds without always knowing why. Business email compromise exploits trust itself. The next time you check your account and something looks wrong, you will not just feel fear. You will know exactly what to look for and exactly what to do next. That is the point.